Because so many of you guys will have been told by your physio, oh, you've got weak glutes, you've got weak glutes. Well, of course you've got dysfunctional glutes because the nerves that come out of this section of the lower back control those glutes. And so if we've got a dysfunction at the level of the lumbar spine, it's very reasonable that we might have a dysfunction in the glutes as well. And so you think, oh, hip thrusters, they're great. They really build the glutes. And so hopefully you're seeing the palaver, the faff that is involved in actually setting up the hip thruster. And then what do I have to do? I have to go and sit down here, get myself into position under the bar. And you'll see like girls and guys doing this in the gym and they just sat here, right? Rounded lower back. I'm trying to turn a bit more side on here. Rounded lower back. And then they go, okay, we do our exercise. And then once you're here and you've actually started the exercise, yeah, it's great. But then you finish your exercise and then you pop it down. I've got a massive flexion through my lumbar spine. Then I straighten my legs out and I push it away. Then I've got to get up. Then I've got the whole task of actually dismantling. And maybe I've got a bunch of plates on here and I'm having to move them all around. And you guys get the idea, right? So this is a great example of an exercise that we might think on the surface is helping us deal with strengthening an area that's going to help our lower back. But because we don't think about how we get into and out of the exercise, we end up messing ourselves up. You'll go and do your glute bridges or your hip thrusters and you'll have no problem while you're doing them. And then by the time you finish, you go home and you go, what was that? Why does my back feel so sore? And it's because of the setup and dismount. And we have to think about these things. Whenever you guys see exercises that are posted, oh, this is great for back pain, this is great for building your glutes, this is great for this, that, the other, for your sciatica. And some of them are done in quite provocative ways. Like I always remember seeing a picture of a guy on a Roman chair with the weight behind his back doing the exercise. And I'm like, please show the bit where you got into that position. Please show the bit where you got into that position. Because exercise doesn't start and finish once you pick the weight up. The exercise starts when you're putting things together and breaking it down. And those, for people that have a back injury, those factors need to be considered. And I would argue they need to be considered anyway, whether you've got a back injury or not. But really have a think about these things.